Hi everyone, and welcome to Sports Watch. If you like the content, please press the bell icon for further notifications and like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Dimitri Bivol defeated Artur Beterbiev to become the undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world. Once again, it was a great fight like the first one. Two highly skilled fighters fighting toe to toe for the right to be called undisputed. It was boxing of the highest caliber. In such a great and competitive fight, there will be arguments about the scorecards. The rounds were so close, and there was so much back and forth between the two great champions that there would be some controversy. However, the right man won. Ironically, the scorecards for the fight was exactly similar as that of the first fight, with just the names of the winners having changed. Beterbiev had won the majority decision the first time around, and Bivol won the majority decision this time. Bivol became the first fighter to defeat Beterbiev. He is also the first fighter who Beterbiev hasn't been able to finish in two fights. Now that each has taken the other's undefeated record, it only makes sense for a trilogy. No one had hoped an aging Beterbiev would be this competitive against a much younger adversary. But at the age of 40, Artur Beterbiev had incredible pace for the entire fight. His cardio at his age needs to be studied. Dimitri Bivol's footwork is arguably one of the best in boxing, probably matched only by Alexander Usyk. Bivol knew from the first fight that he could outbox Arthur. He just needed to keep the pace for the entire fight. Where he lost the first fight the first time around was he was allowing Beterbiev to win the later half of the rounds while he was winning the first half. He didn't make this mistake this time around. Bivol started the fast of the two. He landed punches in bunches. His jabs, left hooks, right hands were on straight on point. But Beterbiev is a brawler with constant pressure. Once again, he was chasing Bivol around the ring, cutting the angles and letting his hands go. He was trying to draw out the shot from Bivol to land his own. Bivol, being a great counter puncher himself, was punching in the middle of the combinations. His footwork was his best tool, and at times when Arthur did get him against the rope, Bivol wasn't afraid to exchange with him. Everyone is afraid to trade with Artur Beterbiev, but Dimitri Bivol in both fights picked the right moments to box and right moments to fight. It was a sweet revenge for Bivol. Many felt he won the first fight, Eddie Hearn being one of them. He always felt that Bivol had got the wrong end of the stick and should have got his hands raised. Now he is vindicated. Even though it's a close fight for many, Eddie didn't feel it that way. Dimitri Bivol felt that he could have done much better than what he did in this fight. Artur Beterbiev wasn't too thrilled about the result not going his way. He wasn't keen on the rematch, but now that he has lost, he has hinted on the trilogy to get back to his belt. Turki Al Sheikh is already sold on the trilogy, and it should not be that hard of a fight to make for the third time. In the co-main event, Joseph Parker knocked out late replacement Martin Bakole in the second round to continue on his quest to become the world champion for the second time. It was supposed to be Parker versus Dubois, but unfortunately Dubois got ill just before the night of the fight and had to pull out. So Martin Bakole, who was chilling in Congo, who hadn't exercised in over a month, decided to step in. No camp, no fitness, flying half the way across the world just for the money. Bakole is a heavyweight with devastating knockout power. What he did to Jared Anderson put the heavyweight division on notice. But to think that he could waltz his way into Saudi Arabia with no camp and beat one of the most informed fighters out there, was a bit too overconfident. In the end, it was just for the money. Bakole weighed in at 315 pounds, 30 pounds heavier than his previous fight. He could hardly move and was slow. Parker was wary about his power in the first round, but the second he landed a good right hand, Bakole dropped down like a baby elephant. It wasn't even a flush knockdown. It had a delayed effect on Martin Bakole, who crumbled down, and the fight was waved off. It was a bit laid down. What's the use of flying all over the world just to take a minor bump and have the fight called off? It was just a money grab all the way along, and it harmed Bakole more than it did him good. But no credit should be taken away from Joseph Parker. No other heavyweight would have taken a short notice fight against Martin Bakole of all people, especially when he had a chance to fight for the belt himself. Joseph Parker has an insane resume in the heavyweight division. He has fought the best of the best. He's too good for his own liking. Even after the fight, he wanted to fight Usyk if the latter didn't have a dance partner. Again, that's not the ideal way to call someone out, but he absolutely deserves to fight for a title next, be it Duva or be it Usyk. Another heavyweight clash that caught everyone's eye was Zhilei Zhang versus Agit Kabayel. Kabayel became the first guy to stop Big Bang Zhang. Kabayel invested heavily on the body of Zhang. At the age of 42, Zhang only has an engine for 5 rounds max. And those body shots exhausted him. But even when he looked completely out of it, he landed a left hand that knocked Kabayel down in the 5th round. But Kabayel wasn't discouraged by that, went straight to his game plan in the very next round. It was the body shot that dropped Zhang to his knees and pretty much drove the wind out of him. That was the end of the fight. It was the biggest win of Agit Kabayel's career, and he will fight some big name for sure in his next fight. It was a great night of fights. It's a great card, and despite the main event being altered, Joseph Parker did put on a spectacular knockout and delivered a perfect performance. Let me know in the comment section what you feel, and if you like the content, please like, share and subscribe to the channel.